Welcome everyone to another episode of English Speaking Practice for Beginners. I'm Emma, your guide in mastering English for work.
And I'm David. Today, we're diving into the art of English for meetings and group discussions.
Meetings can be nerve-wracking, especially in a non-native language. But fear not, we're here to help you sound clear and confident.
Absolutely, Emma. A study from the University of Cambridge found that 70% of workplace success hinges on communication skills.
Interesting. Can you share an example of how effective communication in a meeting made a difference for you, David?
Sure. At my first job, I suggested a simple idea during a meeting. It was like a light bulb moment for the team, leading to a successful project overhaul.
But what about those who feel shy or intimidated when speaking up?
Great question. I often tell people to start small. Maybe suggest something minor. Remember, perfection isn't necessary.
So, moving forward, practice makes perfect, right? Even small conversations can build confidence.
Exactly. And don't forget, every idea shared is a step towards improvement. Let's break down some practical phrases next.
Let's explore some useful phrases for voicing opinions in meetings. David, can you kick us off?
Of course. When you want to share an idea, start with "I think we should" or "in my opinion."
These phrases are straightforward yet powerful. What if we need to agree with someone?
You can use "I agree with you" or "that's a good idea." These affirmations create a positive atmosphere.
Now, what if you need to disagree? It's tricky in any language.
Indeed. Try "I see your point, but..." or "maybe we can try something different." It's polite yet clear.
What about making suggestions? How can listeners introduce new ideas smoothly?
Use "how about" or "what if we." These encourage open discussion and creativity.
Exactly. Listeners, practice these phrases to make them flow naturally in your conversations.
And remember, the more you practice, the more confident you'll become in using them effectively.
Confidence is key in meetings. David, how can someone build the courage to speak up?
Start by rehearsing your points. A study shows that repetition can elevate confidence levels significantly.
That's a great tip. Can you share a personal story about building your own confidence?
Sure, Emma. I used to jot down my thoughts before meetings. It helped me articulate better when my turn came.
But what if someone is still hesitant after preparing?
Consider this. What's the worst that could happen? Most fears are unfounded. Focus on the potential positive outcomes.
I like that perspective. So, moving forward, practice speaking in smaller groups first to build comfort.
Precisely. Even discussing with friends or family can boost your confidence for the real setting.
Listeners, take these tips to heart and gradually you'll see improvement.
And remember, every small step you take is progress in your journey to effective communication.
Communication isn't just about speaking. Listening is equally crucial. Wouldn't you agree, David?
Absolutely, Emma. Active listening can actually enhance your ability to respond appropriately.
How can our listeners practice active listening during meetings?
Focus on the speaker, nod in agreement, and summarize their points before responding. This shows engagement.
That's a good strategy. Can you provide an example where active listening helped you?
In a recent project, by summarizing a colleague's idea, I was able to clarify misunderstandings and suggest improvements.
But what if one tends to get lost in their thoughts while listening?
It's common. Try taking brief notes. They can anchor your thoughts and make it easier to stay on track.
As we move forward, listeners should practice listening to understand, not just to reply.
Correct. And in doing so, you'll find that your responses become more thoughtful and impactful.
Disagreements are inevitable, but handling them gracefully is a skill. David, how can one navigate such situations?
First, acknowledge the other's perspective. It's essential to convey respect and openness.
And when expressing a differing opinion, what's a polite way to do so?
You might say, "I understand your point, but have you considered?" This encourages dialogue rather than conflict.
That's insightful. Can you share a time when handling a disagreement positively changed the meeting's outcome?
Certainly. Once, by acknowledging a colleague's idea first, I diffused tension and we collaboratively found a better solution.
But what if the disagreement escalates?
Stay calm and suggest revisiting the topic later when emotions have settled. It shows maturity and leadership.
So, listeners, as we advance, remember to handle disagreements with empathy and tact.
Exactly. It's about creating a constructive environment where all voices are heard and respected.
As we wrap up, practice remains the cornerstone of mastering meeting English. How can our listeners practice effectively, David?
Role-playing is a fantastic method. Simulate meeting scenarios with peers to build familiarity and confidence.
That's brilliant! And how often should they engage in such practice?
Regularly. Aim for at least once a week. Consistency is key to progress.
Maybe listeners can also record themselves to self-evaluate and improve over time.
Yes, feedback is invaluable. It's like having a mirror to reflect on your strengths and areas for improvement.
But what if they don't have anyone to practice with?
No worries. Practice in front of a mirror or use language apps that offer simulated conversations.
Listeners, as you continue your journey, remember that every practice session is a step closer to fluency.
Indeed. Keep practicing, stay curious, and you'll soon find yourself navigating meetings with ease. All right, that's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.